Okay. In the middle of a match?
No, the match is over.
Oh, it was over?
It's a no contest.
Okay. Of course it was.
Swinger was complaining that he wasn't getting enough sex from Dawn Marie, and now he's getting it from Jasmine St. Clair. Mm-hmm. Rhino comes out, spears everyone, including Dawn Marie and Blue Boy, and pile driver off the top for the famous adult film star. Next up, though, it's going to be Sandman, and there was Steve Corino and Justin Credible.
Well, they fucked up here because with Sandman, it's all about the entrance, and they didn't show it.
Well, they did then.
Right, but I mean, here on the tape. They fucked it up.
Yeah, the network ruins ECW. It's not the same.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And not only that, there's Linda Rufio of St. Louis, Missouri.
How do you know her?
She's been around taking photographs forever of wrestling. God, she was, we're talking about started back in the Crockett era. I don't know if she's still doing it or not. I haven't seen her around, but Linda's been around a long time. All right. So, but yeah, you know, they could, if you ask me and just an opinion here, I think it's being fucking lazy, not showing the entrances. You could get some licensed music and, you know, and put it in there and put it over. But no, let's just cut. We don't have to do that. That's wrong. Because they think, well, nobody watches it anymore. Everybody watches Raw and almost said Thunder, Raw and SmackDown. Nobody cares about ECW anymore. Yeah, the wrestling fans that are 35 and over, we don't give a shit about them. They don't exist anymore. We don't like them. Who's on Raw? Come on, think, guys, think. There's a lot of us out there.
I'm just going a little rant here.
Yeah, please.
I just talked about this the other day on Something to Wrestle with Bruce, but it really just, I don't understand when this happened. And I know that, I'm part of the problem, but back during this era, the Monday Night Wars, and obviously we're here at the tail end of it in 2001, wrestling fans started to really pay attention to the ratings because we found out that the companies were, and they were viewing it as a barometer. It's almost like a contest to see who was winning or who was doing better. And the fans were made privy to that information. So now ever since, a lot of fans, myself included, we've become like half-assed ratings analysts about shit that we're not in that business. We don't really understand that business. We just know what the ratings were and what they are now. And we use that to frame whatever argument we want. And what we've also used it to decide whether or not something's good. I'm starting to get a little annoyed with that. Like, I didn't like Raw the other night, not because it got a low rating, but because it sucked a dick.
Right.
Like, that's the reason I didn't like it. And I don't need for something like, I've seen movies where people are like, oh, it's the Academy Award Best Picture. And I'm like, well, it fucking sucked. I didn't like it.
Right.
But for whatever reason now, wrestling fans have become like half-assed business analysts where they say, well, you know, the house was only this. And I know my fucking podcasts do that. So I get what I'm saying. But I'm talking to the guys who were there, who were sort of gathering business data. But as a real fan, like when I don't consume any other media that way. Like I don't know what the Sopranos made for HBO or what they paid Tony Soprano or what the ratings were or what their revenue I never cared. Like it was just, oh, I love this show. That was as far as I got with it. And I could just appreciate it. But I think now only kids enjoy wrestling like that. Like, you know, that little girl in the crowd, she really loves, you know, Becky Lynch, and she doesn't know what Becky Lynch makes or what the house shows are or what ticket sales are or what the ratings are with her champion. None of that matters because it didn't matter to me when I was a little 10-year-old snot-nose who loved the Ultimate Warrior. Like I didn't know business was down for the company. I fucking love the Ultimate Warrior. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think some of the enjoyment for wrestling fans now has been tainted because everybody has to like whatever's the highest rated and you have to pick sides. And if your show's not the highest rated or making the most revenue, then you're not on the right side of history. Well, fuck that, man. Just watch what you like and like what you watch. And that'd be it. But the idea that I'm going to like a show because it was highly rated. No, I ain't doing that. And I wish that more fans would sort of co-sign that with me. Just watch what you like. And I'm getting into this because of course, everybody these last few weeks is a ratings expert. Oh, the WWE's dead. Their ratings are down. Well, who gives a shit? If that show the other night got a 10, it still sucked. I don't have to like it because it was well rated. And if it was poorly rated, but I liked it, that's all that matters too. It's a two-way deal. And so now with all the AEW TV talk, there's a lot of people who are they getting paid for the show or are they paying for the show? And if they're getting paid, how much is it? What does it matter? That matters to Tony Khan and his management. That doesn't bother me. What are the matches? What are the storylines? Do I like it? Is it entertaining? Am I going to watch more of it? And not even, is it better than WWE? Just, do I want to, I don't feel like I can only watch one sitcom a week. I don't feel like I can only watch one drama a week. I just want to watch what I like. And if it's a different wrestling company or it's Family Guy, I want to watch what I like. And Sandman did not like taking that bump. Holy shit. He crashed and burned.
Let me tell you that there are more people out there like you than not. There are. It's just that what social media has done, it's highlighted the idiots. It has. There's more people out there like you than not. You don't have to go on social media and give your opinion to be a wrestling fan. You don't. As a matter of fact, sometimes people who give their opinions on wrestling on social media, I'm not so sure they're really the person they say they are anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, if I wanted to attack another promotion, I could help. Conrad, anybody can get a Twitter account and say they're somebody else and come up with, there are millions of free emails out there. Just get a new email, come up with something else, work behind the scenes for another company and shit on the other company. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the anonymity of social media. I don't believe all of it. I don't believe all of it. Now, we got a lot of friends on Twitter that we know who they are, and there's a lot of people, but I think there's a lot of them on there who are not who they say they are. They're just in it to try to fuck the other company up. I do. I've always believed that. And it's kind of like the ratings game on Yelp or somewhere else when a restaurant gets 4 stars or maybe a restaurant gets 1 star. And how do we know it wasn't a competing restaurant doing that? We don't know. So you got to take that shit with a grain of salt. You really do.
I tell you what, I'm going to leave a 1-star review for my fucking landscapers who decided to start working on my lawn today. Dave Silva, get your fucking relatives out of the front yard. Tell them to go work on the pool. Yeah, backyard, not front yard. Like Tony Schiavone on date night. Backyard.
And you know what? Hey.
What?
Dave Silva would say, well, sorry, Mr. Conrad. I wanted to take a break from doing 1 million graphics for Starrcast.
Yeah, probably so.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have him out there weed eating. I got the rest of his family out there weed eating. That's Aaron with a weed. The weed eater's taller than Aaron.
That's okay. It's ambience. It's real. It's what we're about. We're realism here.
I mean, the damn dogs were in here. The lawns are going.
Right.
Yeah, this doesn't happen with my other shows. It only happens here. And you know why?
Because we are real.
Because it's a watch along and I can't stop it. Because if this was any other show, I'd say, hang on. And I go out front and be like, what the fuck are you doing? But now, we're rolling, baby. So, hey, see that belt hanging from the ceiling?
Yes.
It's in my office.
That's what I'm talking about. See, there you go.
There you go. So in case you missed it.
Did he break his leg right there?
Yes, he's dead. Look at the ladder. He's going to try to climb this. No, he's not. Thought better of it.
Okay. It's, Francine's on the outside, isn't she?
Well, yeah. I mean, the winner gets to have sex with her.
Oh, I'd do a run-in on this one.
That's what they've been teasing. All the angles in this are in this entire show are driven by who gets to have sex with who. So it's your kind of pay-per-view. Yeah.
So my question is, if that's the angle, why aren't we showing enough of her? We need to more camera shots of Francine. What the fuck?
By the way, another reason you would have loved Steve Corino, he called himself the king of old school.
Oh, very good.
So he had like a feud with Dusty Rhodes and he's bleeding every week. And I mean, he is the most Tony Schiavone wrestler of this era ever. And I've often said, and I'm going to get some hate tweets for this, but I don't care. Send them. Steve Corino was born 10 years too young. if Steve Corino could have been this Steve Corino in 2011, I think he would have had a bigger run on TV.
Yeah, I agree. Not only that, he's a big baseball guy too.
I'm saying like the CM Punk movement, right, which went nuts in 2011, body type wise, not too terribly different. At this stage of the game though, Vince was not pushing guys who had Steve Corino's physique, but Corino was a strong promo. He was good in the ring. He could have, I'm not comparing him to CM Punk either. I don't want to get hate tweets about that. I know they're different performers, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, at the WWE sort of loosened up what their cookie cutter, check the box type of star was. At this point, they're still looking for the next John Cena and Dave Bautista. They still want jacked up monsters or Bobby Lashley's or whatever. And Corino might not have had the same opportunities in 2001 that he would be afforded in 2011. Oh my God. Sandman is laying it all on the line in this last DCW show. How many tables do you think Sandman's been put through in his life?
Oh my God. A plethora of tables. Do you like that word, plethora?
Yeah.
Doesn't really fit with our, we'll just put another one in there. Here we go.
This is your last ECW world title match on pay-per-view ever. Those last two shows, man, they were collector tapes for a while. I guess I should mention, I don't even know that you know this, but there was a house show once, and I think RF Video sold it. I never saw it, but there was a house show where Sandman got so drunk that he sort of refused to do much wrestling and just was really not in any condition to perform. But he dropped his pants, exposed his penis.
Wow, it's kind of like Jake the Snake from Heroes of Wrestling.
How do you even know about that?
I was smartened up to it on our chat, our recent chat, and I watched the promo.
Did Efren tell you about it?
Yeah.
How did I know that?
There's the money shot right there.
You know she's going to be in Huntsville soon.
Whoa, that's not too far away from me.
What do you think?
Do you think that she needs somebody there to drive her to the airport and back?
Maybe.
Is her husband going to be with her?
I don't know. But I mean, you could come visit. I could take you to see her.
Yeah.
So this Sandman Gets Naked show happened in Pensacola, Florida, July of 2000. Sandman came through the crowd and was noticeably feeling good, and he grabbed the little hammer and hit the ring bell several times.
All right.
That was sort of a sign of what was to come. And then Sandman starts acting like a nut, and Tommy grabs the microphone and does a promo challenging the heels. And he says, afterwards, we're going to go to a bar and watch Sandman get naked. And then Sandman starts taking off his pants, and Dreamer tries to stop him, but Sandman continues. And then he's in the middle of the ring wearing nothing but a t-shirt. Dreamer comes over and helps him pull his underwear up.
Sounds like a hell of an angle to me.
What do you think?
Did he have a brown streak in his underwear?
Heyman would give a quote to the Torch. He would say Sandman's actions were inappropriate and unprofessional, and he will face disciplinary action for them. And he was suspended without pay for this weekend and probably next weekend shows. So,
which I couldn't afford to pay him anyway.
Right. Which is really a good way to look at the height on this ladder. He keeps going taller and taller because they keep moving the belt up.
I know. Yeah.
There it is. Sandman, your last ECW World Heavyweight Champion.
Wow.
And he kept his pants on, so that's good.
What did Paul Lee say again? What was his exact quote or close to it? He said it's inappropriate.
Yeah, inappropriate.
Inappropriate. ECW is saying something's inappropriate.
Well, you're not supposed to pull your dong out. You think
we're doing fucking everything else?
Wait a minute. You would have been okay with public donging?
No, I would have been okay. Well, we're showing Francine trying to deep throat a sandwich. We're showing Missy coming out after screwing Just Incredible and asking Missy asking Jack Victory if she had sex with him. And so now you're saying something's inappropriate after putting that on the air? Come on.
So Sandman reflecting on this world title.
Yeah.
He's been synonymous with ECW for so long. Of course, first being champion, I don't know, 5-6 years prior to this. And, now the company has had all these ups and downs. They've been on national TV, action figures, video games, pay-per-view, so many milestones. And this feels like the end. It's a cool moment here with, one of the more iconic characters. Cause I think when you think about ECW, there are a handful of characters that are synonymous, you know, Taz, Sabu, the Dudleys, Rob Van Dam, Tommy Dreamer, and of course the Sandman. There are probably others, but you get the idea. Raven. But man, what a moment. And, everybody's sort of standing around to soak it in.
Right. Giving him his moment. I think that's cool. This is all really cool. Not going to get paid for this moment, but it's all really cool.
I guess we should mention that the ECW television title belongs to Rhino, but he no longer has it. It was stolen out of the locker room.
What? During this era, it was stolen out of the locker room?
Yeah. Around this time it was stolen.
Uh-huh.
And lots of people have different theories.
Mm-hmm.
So DeBaldi's coming in.
Yep.
And they're going to start attacking Credible and Corino. Credible and Corino keep them at bay. Sandman sets up a table in the corner. He's got some bad intentions. Let's see how this goes.
All right. God, they're tables. That gives him his moment in the ring too.
Jack Victory trying to, shield Francine from all the nonsense.
God bless Jack Victory.
Sandman not participating in the brawl. Going to let the guys handle it on their own. He's going to stand here in the crowd, almost dumbfounded, just looking around like, is this really it? What's going on? Gets in the corner, has his back to the entrance, back to the hard cam, holds up the world title.
Oh.
And here is your television champion, Rhino. And he's ready. And he stumbled. But then he got him.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Now he's looking for the microphone.
Oh.
And he's going to say on the mic here something like, since ECW no longer has TV, I don't want the TV title. I want the heavyweight title. Of course, Sandman's already dead, but he's going to agree to this match, this impromptu title defense against Rhino right now, because Rhino is